Hi, and welcome to my channel, Karina Keeps It Real. A little bit about me. I am a 28-year-old mama, first-time mama. I've got a homestead, so we garden, we have goats, we have chickens, and I live on 5 acres in the upstate of South Carolina. Welcome to my YouTube page. Super excited to be here. I've never done anything like this before. I've always been on Facebook and Instagram, and now that things are kind of shifting, we're gonna shift with them. So Karina Keeps It Real has been my niche for always keeping it real. I'm super blunt. I'll tell you how it is. You always know where you stand with me, and I'm super honest. So for this first video, I want to tell you guys a little bit about my background and my story. So I grew up, my mom's been married 3 times, and my biological father decided that he just, didn't need to be a part of our lives anymore. So with that long story, cutting it short, I watched my mom struggle a lot growing up, and I told myself that I would never struggle. And I would really do absolutely everything in my power to make sure that I was comfortable. I could live comfortably. I would be able to be financially independent, and my husband and I could be a team, rather than be dependent. And that was just something that I grew up really harboring in my heart. So I graduated high school, immediately started college in the society system of success, right? So I started college, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist, and my first biology course did not mesh well. So I dropped out of biology, changed my major, and I started the business school at University of South Carolina Upstate. I loved business. I loved everything about it. I loved legal business. I loved, learning about the different aspects of marketing, of economics, of, the legal principles of business. And I ended up getting an internship as a technology distribution at a technology distribution company. And from there, I became a technology recruiter, which is kind of interesting, just going on the IT route. So when I was in IT recruiting, that's a hard career. If you are in, any kind of staffing, you know that it's very much a turn and burn. Your paycheck is determined by other people and whether or not they are willing to leave their job or start a new job. So I did that for a few years, and the environment I was in was a pretty negative environment. I never felt like I was enough. I never felt worthy of the success that I was having. It was always, more. Even your successes weren't celebrated, really how they should have been. It was always like, okay, when is more coming? So I transitioned from staffing recruiting with an agency into corporate recruiting. And I did that. And throughout this whole transition of, college into the real world, still following society system of success, I always had in my heart, I want to work outside. I want to work outside. I want to be outside. I told my boss so many times, if I could just take my computer and work outside, I would be so much more productive. So I started corporate recruiting, and I was happy there. It was easy, a lot easier than agency recruiting if you know anything about that world. And I was happy there. And then an opportunity fell in my lap where I was able to work remote from home. And in that, 6 months that I was working remote from home, we found out a lot about our infertility journey and me being premenopausal, miscarrying. And after I was at the company for 6 months, I started working with an HR consultant. And, her and I were working hand in hand trying to get this company on a level ground from a human resource standpoint. We had a lot of different facets of the company. It was a startup company. And me being young, but with having that HR experience, it just never set well for them. So we brought in an HR consultant, and her and I worked hand in hand in really figuring out what this company needed. And she said to me, Joanna, I'll never forget her. And her and I had never even met before. She was from Canada. I'm in the US. If you can't tell, I'm a Southern girl. And she said to me, Karina, at some point, you've got to take control of your life. At some point, you've got to say, you know what? I live once, one time, and it's up to me to decide, hey, am I going to fulfill my own dreams? Because the only person that can dream your dreams is you. And the only person that can fulfill your dreams is you. So her and I got really close, and throughout this time, since 2017, I had been a beauty guide with LimeLife by Alcone. And I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, what is that? She's selling makeup and skincare. Clearly, we were LimeLife by Alcone, and we rebranded to LimeLife by Alcone in order to go global. We have an incredible partnership with L'Occitane, which is a luxury European skincare company, and that enabled us to rebrand into LimeLife. And so throughout this journey of joining LimeLife, becoming a beauty guide, I joined just to make a car payment. I said, you know what? I just graduated college. I bought my first car. I'll just do it and make the car payment. And now I'm sitting at the top of the company as a top leader, one of 50 at the top of the company, doing something that only I thought about in my dreams, right? And I was the only person that could dream my dreams, and I was the only person then that could fulfill my dreams. So I'm still a beauty guide, and Joanna says, you know what, Karina, you're making enough at this point as a beauty guide, as an independent consultant with LimeLife by Alcone. You're making the same amount as your position here in human resources. Why don't you just do that? It's very clear to me that that's where your heart is. Your heart is in coaching these girls and mentoring these girls and guiding your clients and recommending the best skincare and the best makeup products for your customers. So why don't you dive in and do that 110%, 150%? So after a lot of, just digging so deep within myself and really figuring out, is this something that I wanted? Is this an avenue that I wanted to take? I not only matched my current salary that I was making, but I doubled it. I doubled my corporate salary. And I'll tell everyone that, I retired myself at 26 years old from corporate America. I'm 28 now. And I tell you my story to tell you that it started with a car payment. I joined with a friend, and LimeLife is my home. LimeLife, the people that we have here, the culture that we have here is above all. There are not many in any of the companies that I've worked for, not direct sales. LimeLife is my only direct sales, but in any of the companies that I've worked for, I was not able to just send my CEO a direct email and get a direct response. And any beauty guide, no matter your rank here at LimeLife, are able to have that transparent relationship with our CEO. And that in itself is a giant blessing. So not only do we have all natural skincare and luxury makeup products, counseled by the best pro artist in the industry, we have an incredible company whose mission is just that of empowering women, allowing women the opportunity to gain financial freedom, to empower themselves, to empower their family, to dream their own dreams, and even to fulfill those dreams. And here at LimeLife, it might sound cliche, it might sound like something that you've heard a million times, but it's different here. And this industry, the direct sales industry, is something that can change your life. You don't have to want to be a millionaire to join direct sales. You don't have to want to drive a $50,000 car. You just have to have a dream. You have to have a dream. And for you, that might be taking your kids to Disney World. You know, fun story. I went to the dentist and thought that we were in network, and a $300 bill showed up at my door. We weren't actually in network. They took our insurance, but we weren't actually in network. And being able to just say, you know what? $300, I'm just going to pay it off. I'm just going to take my LimeLife income and pay that off. Felt so good. My husband's a firefighter here in the upstate of South Carolina. And you guys know firefighters certainly aren't paid their worth. So, you know, having my income, being able to double that income from corporate America has really given us the opportunity to have a life that we love living. You know, we're comfortable. We were able to have we're able to have the things that not everyone our age is able to have. We're able to set aside money for our child's college tuition. We're able to pay off our vehicles and work towards, you know, paying off certain things like our house and our camper, other things that are important to us and that we enjoy doing. And this company has really, really blessed us. The culture here, the compensation plan, the CEOs, our home office, the love that they have for us, the beauty guides in the field, is truly unmatched. They want every single person to win, and every single person can win. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. It's not. It is work. But if you don't show up to your 9 to 5 every day and you slack and you don't put in the work that you agreed to when you signed the contract with your position, you wouldn't win there either. You wouldn't be successful there. They would probably fire you. And it's the same here. It's the same in the direct sales industry. You put in the work, you work it how you want it, you set your own goals and you accomplish those goals, and you'll see success. LimeLife is 100% my home, always. They are the best company, and I'm honored to be here. And it's the best decision I ever made.